I am going to Pasadena today. So afterwards, I will be heading to the Los Angeles Central Public Library. I think that's what it's called, to check out the 100 Centennial celebration, just like the theming and all the stuff that they have going on. This is the back of the LA Public Library. Woo-hoo. I don't even know what that says. That's not an awful stack of words on one. I am here at the LA Central Library, I think it's called. You can see the details on top of that. So pretty. I can't wait to go inside. Parking was a nightmare. I could not find parking. I'm so bad at parking. I cannot get over, I'm shaking, how cool this all is. And look, I'm here for the celebration. I'm so happy to be here. I keep oohing and eyeing about everything, especially, look at this, it's a water fountain. I'm obsessed. This is the popular stuff section. DVDs. There's a DVD store here. Oh yes, I'm looking for this. Anyone who walks by me keeps hearing me go, wow, look at this. Look at that. Wow. I am so lost, by the way. I don't know where I am. There's more. Oh my gosh, I just saw the lobby. I am overwhelmed. This is a lot of information to take in. Oh, ancient walls, how fun. We're gonna go somewhere really cool. I think this is the front door entrance. I came in through the back door. Oh my god. I am so overwhelmed. There's so much happening. Ooh. Wow. So each room is a different topic. There's a man. Oh, there's a bridge. Oh my god. There's a sound of music. Oh, it's a memoir. Look, it's another one. What is that? Oh my god. This is scary to look down. Oh, I'm right under the walking bridge. What's on the big torch? Wait, I saw something cool out that window. I'm so nervous right now. Oh no, that's for across the street. Video games. This is the video games aisle, but I don't see any video games. It's... oh, Pac-Man. Okay, that makes sense. Look how far away this library is. It's huge. My library is so small compared to this. Like, one of these rooms is bigger than the size of my library. Okay, the water bottle station I just used said my bottle saved 10 oh, Biltmore. That's a hotel, right? I feel like I remember that name from Gossip Girl. Wow. Ow, I just cracked. Oh my goodness. Okay, the city is messy, but the buildings are amazing. So beautiful here. This is level 2. So there's 4 sub-levels and 4 upper levels. That bird is so cute. I'm scared of heights. I'm not going to the edge. We're going to the art department. They should sell this at the store. I would have nowhere to put it. These are all music books, piano books. Guys, I'm gonna pass out. This is amazing. Look at the carpet. I can already feel the tears coming. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Look at it. I don't think my mouth has closed. Oh. Hey, I saw that guy walking on the street earlier. Oh my goodness. These are so cool. What happens if we open it? Oh wait, they don't open. Oh, there's nothing inside, that's why. I'm in the children's library. I just looked up. The lady who helped me sign up for my card said that this library burnt down. I forgot how long ago, but the children's library is the only thing that didn't. So this is 100 years old. I saw the sheet music and I came over. And it's Winnie the Pooh. Do you remember Magic Treehouse books? I remember the Dragon King. I don't think I read it though. Wow. Look how many copies of each Harry Potter book they have. Is that a CD? Oh, it's audiobook. Like 3 to 4. There's only one of your 7. Where's one? This is the picture book room, and there's stuffed animals all around the top of the shelves. They're so cute. I must get closer. Hi, Pooh. My favorite. I forgot the name of this elephant. I want to say his name is Elliot. George. Arthur. Is this supposed to be Paddington? Peter Rabbit. Okay, I don't remember this mouse. I know him, but I don't know his name. Oh, guys, I have not closed. It's a different color. I cannot get over how beautiful this place is. I am like gasping every 2 minutes. Look. They're out of the library cards, and I just talked to the librarian here at the Children's Center, and she said that they literally had a huge stack of them yesterday, so they must have had a bunch of signups today. And she said if you want to ever get that one, your old one gets canceled out, and then they'll switch it to the new card. So like, you can't have 2 cards in the same place, but you can own 2, but the old one will be void. But this, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here for. I haven't even eaten today. It's already 5 o'clock. We're going there now. I think it's like a little gallery. Oh, it's the Olympic George. I'll be back. Guys, literally how many times have I gasped? Can I touch it? I wanna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it, but I wanna touch it. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna cry. Let's go look at the gallery. This is the exhibition. Oh, it's not that big. Okay. Look at this. I saw this postcard. This looks like that painting. It was called like Picnic in the Park or something. I saw that postcard at the store. I might get it. No, I like the watercolor. No, this is the one I saw at the store. Wait, there's more. This is a painting. They didn't make the globe as beautiful as it is in person. I don't even know. Bro. I walked in from here, but the fountains were dry. And I feel like the trees were dead. Look at there are mountains if you're outside. Oh my goodness, I'm going to cry so much. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording so I can just look. So I wanted that one. Oh, that's cool. That's a Dodgers one. So they give me that one. Oh, see, I would have been happy with any of these, but not like these ones. Although that one is pretty because of the contrast. But you do have to agree that these are much prettier. I am on level 3, literature and fiction. This is gonna be my favorite. I just got approached by a creepy man. I think it's what people were calling transients. He was, wow. He was holding a bag of grapes, but the grapes were almost like all gone. And he just stood in front of me while I was trying to take a photo. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, what's up? I'm like, I'm trying to take a photo. And then I made eye contact with one of the other women who were sitting. And I sat next to her. And then she's like, leave her alone. We don't know you. And then we walked off together. There's these glass study rooms. I saw a guy like nodding off, falling asleep. This is a nonfiction. Let's walk across the bridge. Oh, Shakespeare. Guys. Oh, this is the Shakespeare aisle. I can't speak. I haven't eaten. I'm hungry. Oh my goodness. And this is eye level. Most people are looking down there. Why doesn't it say Shakespeare aisle? Oh, let's look out that window. We haven't looked that direction yet. Okay, my jaw has stopped dropping. Oh, those are office buildings. That's the Biltmore. Okay, we've already looked at him. I would go in if I wasn't slightly claustrophobic right now. Judith Krantz fiction collection. This way. This is all of her books. Is this just this person's library, personal library? No, that wouldn't make sense. Cool. Oh my god. Even the elevator is beautiful. Oh my goodness. How do I go to -1? I have to get to the other. I have to go backwards. Okay. There's 3D printers here. They already closed. Oh, they close later tomorrow. Oh my goodness. There's an embroidery machine. I wish it was Wednesday instead of Tuesday. I went to a pretty modern school. So these library nooks are pretty cool. This looks fun. This place is ginormous. Look at that. It's card only. I would do it if it was cash, because I have cash. Oh, they inject UV resin? And it's this. I thought it would be the building. At first I was like, oh look, it's a map of California. And then I realized it was 3D. So I got here at 4 p.m. That's when I got into the parking lot. And it is now 7:02. And the library is back there behind me. There's this cute little like outdoor eating area right here. And the guy was able to fit me in for like a table for one. So I haven't eaten all day. All I had today was 4 Biscoff cookies and like a mug of tea. So I had to get some carpaccio and pasta. And then I'm going home. My battery is only at 35% right now, so I gotta charge my phone. It was amazing. It was beautiful. I talked to so many librarians and fantastic. I almost cried so many times. The creepy man kind of ruined my day a little bit, but other than that, it was amazing. I would definitely come back. I want to like bring my mom or something. This is the beef carpaccio. I feel like I need chopsticks. They are so thin. So now that I'm back home, I can give a little recap of the day and show you all the goodies I got. So what this 100 event is it is 100 years since the Centrall location library has opened. So it opened in 1926 and it is now 2026. And there are actually way too many to count libraries in the city of Los Angeles. Now, I personally live in LA County, but we're like way over here and not anywhere on this colorful part of the map. And all of these white circles are all the library locations in the city of Los Angeles. But like, you know, there's like neighborhoods and like what New York calls like boroughs and stuff, right? It's still like the city of New York, but it's still like that area, that area, that area. Like Fashion District or it's the only one I can think of right now, but I think I really like that area because of the breweries. And here's like a list with all of the addresses, and I will definitely look at this longer. I think the Chinatown one is cool, but like a lot of them are really cool. LA is kind of a far drive for me. On the way home earlier with no traffic was 40 minutes. So driving into the city usually is almost an hour. And that's not fun because we're not moving very fast. You know, we're moving very fast for an hour. One, that's very far away. Two, it's more fun to drive than sitting in traffic. Okay, so first thing I got when I got there was a library card. So my library card is for the county of Los Angeles. But this is for the city of Los Angeles, which is also in LA County, but they're under like different programs or something. I even went to the Pasadena library and they're like, oh, we have like 6 or something libraries in our city and we're under a different system. We're the Pasadena system. And I'm like, that's way too many. I should have signed up. Oh well. This is the design I got. I wanted to get this design, and I will post a picture here again with all of the like possible designs from the recent years. I wanted the 100 blue one. I would have been fine with any of the other designs. I would have, oh, the building was cool too. Yeah, that is cool. And I already logged into Libby. I kind of looked at Hoopa and I looked at Canopy, which has like movies and shows. The Libby app, their Libby library has so many more things. There's a book, The Stepford Wives. My Los Angeles County doesn't even have Stepford Wives. And Los Angeles City has like 30 copies of Stepford Wives. So I already borrowed it. It's already in my Kindle. It's already downloaded. I will be reading that very, very soon. I feel like I'm yelling, but oh well. Here is like a postcard that I saw. Oh, and I talked to so many librarians today. I talked to the person at the info booth. She was so lovely. We talked for a minute. And then when I went to go get my library card, the lovely lady taking care of me
gave me like a map. She like gave me a rundown. She's like, there's 8 floors here, and she's like, go to the rotunda, it's gonna be beautiful. And I'm like, I can't wait, thank you for the map. And then she's like teaching me about this kind of stuff, like what it's different. She also gave me like a thing that tells you like you could watch like digital things, and there's so many online resources, and I'm like, that's amazing. And I haven't had time to sit and read any of these yet, so that's gonna be really fun. And then who did I also talk to? I also talked to the lady, the librarian in charge of the kids section. She was sitting there, and I was like, just like telling her how beautiful it was. Oh, the I'm gonna call this a check-in check-out lady because that's the desk she was at. She told me that this burnt down. I don't know which part. She just said like the library burnt down blah 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 years ago, but the children's library was like the only part that didn't burn. And that's why I was showing like the ceiling and like the wooden beams. Oh my gosh, things were just made better back then. Is that like 100-year-old wood beam with a beautiful color? Imagine if they ever restored the ceiling to its original color. That would be so beautiful. Cause like everything's kind of faded, like the colors now. I wonder how like vibrant and beautiful everything was 100 years ago when they were done making it. Inside the fiction section, there was, is it nonfiction or fiction? I can't remember. I think they were in the same part. There was a little like kiosk that was like, press for a short story, and then it's like, do you want English or other language? And I was like, English, yes. Or was it, yeah, or like it was like children or like grown-ups. And I clicked grown-ups. I should have clicked children, and it printed. It was like, zzz, zzz, and it went, and I folded it up nicely so I can put it in my journal later. And it is How Time Works by Haley Swanson, and she's talking about Fairfax, California. I think she mentioned Little House on the Prairie or something. Oh, Anne of Green Gables. Close enough? I haven't seen it. But this is so cute. I can't wait to read this later. Yeah, love that. And then of course this, so beautiful, I had to grab 2, and they're the same on both sides. I wanted that library card so bad. Oh, and they did not have any of the color by number coloring sheets. So what I heard about it was there's these coloring sheets, and it's like the paint by number style where it's the boxes and they're all numbered, and they give you a tiny box of color pencils, and each of the color pencils are a corresponding color. And I just realized while I was speaking, it was probably the mural on top of the rotunda. But they didn't have any left. And I asked around, and people were like, oh, I might have one. And they were like, I guess we gave them out. I'm like, darn. Oh, and I also spoke to the guy at the social sciences philosophy, sub-level 3. We talked for like 20 minutes. And I tried to go back to the gift shop. Thankfully, I went in at 4, like right when I got there at like 4-ish. I think I went there at like 4:30, no, 4. And I was like, I will come back later. I did not look at when it would close because the library itself closed at 8, so I was like, it'll probably still be open later. The shop had closed at 5. So by the time I got there at 5:30, I was too late, which was a bummer. So I didn't actually get to buy anything. I would have wanted to buy, like, I wanted to go to the gift shop after touring the whole place, because I would be like, oh, I recognize that. Oh, now I want that. Because when I went in, before I looked at anything, I was like, I don't have any connections to any of these things. I would have probably wanted a postcard or something, like, of the building, because there were so many good, like, artist renditions of the building. And then there is also a maker lab on sub-level 2 called Octavia Lab. And there's like 3D printers right at the door, and then I was like, and there were like embroidery machines and other like sewing kind of cloth related machines, and then there were like desks in the middle. I didn't know what the tables were for. I couldn't tell, it was dark. And then there's like a computer station where I'm guessing is like the person in charge of that lab, where you can talk to them for help. But that It closed at 7:30 on not today, but today it closed at 6, which means I was too late because I got there at like 6:05 or something. I was like, no. Also at the rotunda, I talked to a security guard. So when I first got to the rotunda, you know how I was like, oh wow, and I was like filming and stuff, and then this like tall, kind of skinny-ish, kind of cute security guard, he kept like walking by and he's doing the rounds, right? And then at one point, like we had like made eye contact like 4 times because he kept crossing through the rotunda, and I was like, psst. And then like I walked over to him because he stopped, and I was like, when's the last time you looked up? And he's like, yeah, it's pretty great here. And then I bumped into him like 2 or 3 other times, and then like we chatted, and then I like said goodbye to him as I was leaving. And I did go back to the check-in check-out desk when I spoke after speaking to the children's librarian, and she told me like, I saw a stack of these cards yesterday, and I was like, I went and spoke to the guy, and I was like, hey, you don't happen to have the 101, do you? Because I know the previous person said they didn't, but you know, it doesn't hurt to ask again. And he's like, no, you know, when we get them, you can just come back. I was like, oh, come on. It was like an hour to get here. I don't come to the city often. I live really far. And he's like, where do you live? And I told him. And he's like, just stay right here. I'm going to go search he searched the entire back area for me. I was like, you don't have to, like, you really don't. And he's like, no, it's okay. I got you. I'm gonna. He didn't find any, but he was really sweet. He was cute too. And I talked to him for a little bit, and I was like, I was just gushing, and I'm like, you are so lucky to work here. My mouth was dropped the entire time of these top 4 floors. And then I went back to go talk to him. My mouth was like, the entire time I was just like, oh. Even like the library rooms was it's just the displays and everything. Like this library is huge. I think my library is like this big. And that's the adult and kids section all put together. Okay, one last thing and I'm just gonna say goodbye. There are these, you know how like back in the day they had those like little drawers where they pull out like reference card and they're like, this is the book that you want, it's in section blah blah blah, right? So what you do is you ask at I went to the information desk, and they will hand you a stack of them. Mine was rubber banded, and you go to each library location, and each library location has a stamp of their building. I'm a little sad that this building stamp is kind of faded in the middle. I did ask the very lovely information desk woman to stamp my notebook, and as you can see, that kind of sucks. But I think I'll just go over it with like a pen or something, or a pencil, so I can erase it if I don't like it. And the first one is already stamped, so they don't have to do it like a million times. And the rest are just blank, but you can like keep them on you, and every time you go to one of the Los Angeles City libraries, you can ask for a stamp. Cute. I got kids fairy tales. This one says White Man, that's the last name, comma, Edna, The Silver Wand, comma, folk fairy tales adapted for the storyteller and the children, ... Pictures by Grace Roming, NY, comma, Nelson, comma, 1938, 121p, 22 centimeters, 1 fairy tales title. Look. And White Man. There's White Man Harold. White Man. Oh, I just got the W section. There's a lot of authors with the last name White Man. No, this is Whitman. White. I feel silly. No, wait, that's white. How do you spell white? Bro, when you're looking at something for a really long time, you really don't know how to spell anymore. Oh, White neck, Whittier. That's so cool. I got everybody with this last name in this stack. That's so fun. Look. Focus. It's not gonna focus, but there you go. It was so much fun. I was there, mouth open for 3 whole hours, talking to lovely, lovely people. It is in the middle of Los Angeles City. There were a lot of, I want to say, homeless or type people, kind of stinky, kind of like, but you know, the library is a wonderful free resource. They have somewhere to charge their phones, they have somewhere with air conditioning, they have somewhere they can sit, they have bathrooms, water fountains. Just, you know, they, if you don't bother them, they don't bother you. One man did just like, I was standing there looking at something and he like walks up to me and says, "Beautiful." I'm like, what? And then I kept going. And then the man that actually bothered me, right? So let me get a stuffed animal as an example. So I was, there are these stairs, and on each side it has like these sphinx looking thingies, but they have like tall hats on. And then on the wall behind the stairs, there was like a woman statue, and she looked like an empress of like Egypt or something. And I was like taking a picture of just the left sphinx and the statue because there was someone coming up the stairs. And so I was just taking a picture of that instead of like the whole thing because I didn't want to get them in the photo, right? And I was like, okay, after they're done, I'll take a picture of all 3 things like as a thing. I'll put the photo right here. And the man comes up the stairs and he stands in front of me. And he's kind of just like standing like this. He's like, "What's up? What are you up to?" He talked like that. He was just a man in a baggy black t-shirt, kind of not smelling the best. And he was just like that close to me. And I was like, I'm taking a picture. Like, obviously, like, people taking pictures, like, do not, they're not above other people trying to live their lives. But this man came into my space. He was this far away from me. So he stepped back to allow me to take the full picture. And then after I was done, he came back. He's like, "So what are you doing? What are you up to? What are you doing?" He was talking like that to me. And as I was doing that, I made eye contact with a woman that was sitting there to be like, "You clock this, like, you're watching me, like, I know you're paying attention to me." Like, I wasn't scared, I was just really, really annoyed. And I was gonna walk off, but he stepped the same direction I stepped. And I turned around and I sat next to her. I was like, "I'm gonna come sit next to you." And she's like, and then the man comes and stops in front of us. And we're sitting on this bench together. And then I realized he's holding a bag of grapes from like the grocery store, like the clear bag of grapes. There's a water bottle in it, and like he's pulling out his twig, like the grape bunch, but all the grapes were already gone, and he's like trying to find more grapes. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just seeing what you guys are doing." And I'm like, I forgot what he said exactly. I've already kind of blocked it out, except for the beginning where he approached me and came into my space. Like, this is fine. Well, it's not great, but it's fine-ish. But like, this is not okay, sir. And she was just like, "Get away. We don't know you. Don't talk to her. Don't talk to my friend." Amazing. She's beautiful. I love her. And I was like, we should go. And then we go, and he does not follow. Because she kept telling him, like, "Stop bothering us. We don't know you. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to my friend." And then she was kind of like upset as we were walking away, like, rightfully so. And I was like, I didn't like that. That was really strange. Thank you for this. I kept thanking her. And I looked around, I looked back a few times, and he wasn't following us. And so I veered off and went to the teen section, which was really cool. But there were a lot of teenagers there, and I felt like that was such a safe space for the teenagers, except for the fact that this incident happened right outside a teen room. That didn't make me feel good for their safety. I almost wanted to tile the librarian in there, but I decided like not to make a fuss because I actually went back and checked and he had left the area. What really bothered me was, so the rotunda is here, right? And it has like 4 quadrants, and the teen room is here, and the teen room is here, and the incident happened here, and that like handsome security guard was patrolling this area when I talked to him earlier. But as it was happening here, 20-30 minutes after I spoke to him, he was nowhere to be seen. I actually like found him later at the entrance on floor 1, and I was like, bro, where did you go? Like, I got like approached by kind of a weird guy and you were nowhere to be seen. He's like, you should have called out to us. I was like, I didn't see you there. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I was like, yeah, I was waiting for you to come back around so I can get you. I don't know if we were flirting, but he was very friendly. And then I went to the Italian restaurant that was like outside the ground floor next to where the fountains was. It was so cute. The restaurant is called Settecento. Yeah, so I hadn't eaten all day. I had 4 Biscoff cookies today with some tea, and then I left the house at like 1:30, right? No, 1 o'clock. I don't even know. And I had this much of a latte in Pasadena, and then I went to the library, straight to the library. I had like 2 pieces of Mentos gum. So I was like talking to the guy at the front desk. Oh my gosh, he was so cute. I wanted to tell him how gorgeous I thought he was, but I personally don't like when people tell me things, so I didn't want to, but I was like, oh my goodness, he is so cute. And then I was like, I walked in, I was like, hey, what is your availability like for a table for 1? And he's like, we're actually really booked up right now. I was like even out there on the totally empty, I called it a patio area. Because yeah, those are actually reserved. He said you can sit at the bar area. I think I said like I just wanted a quick bite or something. And he's like, you know what? I think I can fit you in. And then he did like, he was like touching the iPad thingy. And I was like, you really don't have to. Like, I don't want to like put you out or anything. And he's like, no, it's okay. Let me see what I can do. And he got me a table. And the table was like, you go straight through the doors. And it's like the first table like in the center of the patio area. I made eye contact with him a couple of times after. He was so cute. I loved looking at him. I went to go say thank you to him as I was leaving, and I was like so tempted to be like, oh my god, you're gorgeous. I didn't, of course. I don't give unsolicited comments to anybody about their appearance, but gosh, he was the cutest guy I've ever seen in a while. I got the carpaccio because I love me a beef tartare, and carpaccio is always good because they have like flavor and stuff on them. The carpaccio had the green dollops, and that tasted like some kind of peas or something, and then the yellow dollops, which is a type of oil based, I think it was mayo or something, and then these like brown dollops. They were vinaigrette that were like jellified, and I tasted each one with my fork before I like ate it with the meat, and I had a tiny minuscule piece of the vinaigrette, and it like burned my throat going down because it's sour, it's a vinaigrette. And then I mixed everything together and it was delicious. And then I got a gnocchi with ragu sauce. Here is the picture again of it. I did not record the video because I was upset. It was gnocchi. It was a tomato sauce with a meatball and a sausage in it. What I had thought was what's actually the sauce with the pappardelle, but if you Google ragu, it's a meat sauce. It's got like ground meat in it, and it's like a tomato-based sauce. What they gave me was a tomato sauce cooked with meatballs. I asked the server like, hey, like, did I misunderstand? Did the menu say something that I didn't get? Like, did I read it wrong? And I showed her a picture of like the ragu, and she's like, oh, that's a pappardelle. Like the photo shows pappardelle, right? And I was like, oh no, not the noodle. I meant like the sauce. I thought it was gonna be like a meat sauce because I needed a meat sauce. Like I needed some protein ASAP. But I didn't want to eat lamb, which is what the pappardelle comes with. And then she's like, yeah, this tomato sauce is cooked with the sausages and the meatballs in it. It's just not ground meat. That's why it looks like this. And I was like, it just tastes like tomato sauce. It's like sour like tomato sauce. You can barely taste any meat in it. I'm sure like a vegetarian would be able to tell the difference, but I personally could not. I just taste this strong tomato flavors. I am not a tomato fan. So for me, it was undesirable. And I was like, she was like, we can remake it. We can make the other one for you. We can get that for you. I was like, I'm kind of on a time crunch, and I just wanted to confirm, like, if it was my mistake, like if I misunderstood the menu. And she's like, yeah, okay. I was like, you know what? Let me go talk to the manager real quick and see what we can do. I was like, no, like you don't have to do that. I just wanted to make sure, like, if I misunderstood or anything. She came back. She was like, we give you 10% off your whole check. It was $4.50. Okay, it's good. I was like, no, oh my gosh, like that's so kind. Thank you so much. It was my mistake. I misunderstood. But thank you. And I just doubled that and gave her like a tip. Um, but yeah, that was my day. I'm tired. I immediately showered after getting home.